It's welcome to your Discourse Syndicate FN Hangout. I am the captain, your captain, and this is your stream. This is for you. Oh, geez. Just dropped a flashlight on my... Anyway. This is your stream. Come join us. I'm going to put the join link, the invite link, the most daring crypto show in all of crypto dares you to come in here and speak your piece. Come talk to us. Come tell us why not Hex, why not Richard Hart, because that's what this stream has been all about. It's been about all of you who support Hex and Richard Hart. And for those of you who don't like him, this has been your place. I've never seen any of you. Either we're not that popular, which is probably the case, or you're too fucking scared to come in here and have anything in the way of words with us or voice your opinion. So this is a dare, a threat, a call to action. Come on in. Come play with us. Come talk to us. Come do your thing. Anyway, let me say hello to the chat room because it's Friday night. And gosh, it's been like Friday night every night for me because I no longer have a job. Now, Kinetics puts me to work and bothers me with a lot of things, but other than that, which isn't that big a deal, I've got nothing to do all day but play with cars and guns and toys and all the things that I love to do. And just getting me in trouble. So coming in here and hanging out with you guys is like my only sense of normalcy, because everything else is just willy-nilly into the wind. So let's say hello to everybody. Melf Tony, hello, welcome. Thanks for coming. You're always welcome here with your price action. I'm sure you got some in here. I'm starting at the top. Tybull, what's up? Good to see you too. Frosty Dog, yo, what's up, buddy? How's everything going out there, man? Doug, hey, good to see you, Doug, and a normal name, a normal name, Doug. I like it. Paul Satch, what's up, dude? Sandy Beach, my lady, welcome, good to see you. Hexbug, Andre 369, what's up with you? Is this even real? Yeah, it's real. It's real. This is actually as real as it gets, to be completely honest. This is the real deal crypto show. Sandip, always good to see you. We will break it. Yes. Hexander, Crypto Ewok. What's up, OG? Who else? Crypto Millionaires with Corey Geary. Okay. Hexicans Unite. Yes. Jimmy Geary, one half of the Crypto Brothers. All right. Some Crypto Bros in here. Good to see you guys. Pirate Time. Yes, it is. Donald. And I'm not going to even try and wreck your name. I've been watching for over 500 days. Still look forward to watching every Friday night. Keep up the great work. MCA member. Donald, and my hat's off to you and a salute. Thank you. And glad that you're an MCA member. Glad that you've been with us for, has it been 500 days? Oof. Is that how long you've been here? It's been longer, I think, for us. Yeah, definitely been longer for us. Yep. What else we got in here? Hex Glenn. And friends we can depend on. Fake rally. Oh, I've been hearing that from a lot of people. Some of my crypto confidants that I talk to, they're saying, what kind of cars you got, RG? Well, I've got, I like Volkswagens. I've got other cars, but I like Volkswagens. I just picked up this really cool 66 bug that's like patinaed out, just all there. It's all there, like everything. Like the extra key they gave me has the dealer tag on it from 1966. I mean, just freaking insane. All the little toolkit that goes into the tire area, the jack, everything. You don't find those VW bugs with that kind of stuff left in them. This one's got all the literature from the dealership. Glove boxes, looks like it's brand new, like no one's ever put anything in it. The rest of the car is, it's rusted out patina. not whole rust, but just like colored rust. It's a beautiful piece. I love it. My wife hates it. She thinks I'm crazy. She just like almost killed me when I brought it home. She likes nice, shiny new things. You know, she doesn't appreciate patina. Used to be called rust. Now we call it patina. So anyway, Dorsey, what's up, dude? What is up? Hey, Brasology got timed out before you did. So you're losing your step, bro. Brasology was shilling a shit coin in the chat room, so we had to ban him, or we had to at least put him in timeout. So next time you want to shill a shit coin on this show, you're going to be put in timeout again there, buddy. My little buddy. Hexican Sean, what's up? Rally, we've gone from 1 cent and a fraction to 2 cents and a fraction. Yeah. A rally? That's just movement as far as I'm concerned. CZ, welcome. Yeah, you did see that. Okay, everybody. We've got the Friday night hangout. This is your show. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to put the invite link, and then I'm going to invite the fellas on. It looks like Brasology is already coming in here. He is a floating head. Well, we got my right-hand man, Mr. Johnny the Stud himself, Kinetics.
Johnny. Never
Johnny
been
Stud.
called Johnny before, but I'm happy to be
Johnny
a Johnny
Stud.
for you, sir.
Johnny the Stud. And then the floating head, Brasology. Look at that.
Hey guys, how's it going? Check it out.
Did you wear a green
Banned.
shirt? Is
He's
that how
banned.
you did that?
That's
And
it. He just banned himself. He just banned himself. He's shilling shit coins on our show. This is a hex show. We don't talk about shit coins on here. Richard gets mad if you guys do that shit. So we'll give you one more chance, Brasol. If you don't take that down, I'm gonna I'm sending you to the showers, buddy. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. There you go. Oh, that's a nice looking background you got there.
There
you go. Look at that.
You like that.
Team player now.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going good. And we got one more guy here. Look at this. We have
Look at
the
this.
Kool-Aid.
Yo, what is on?
Not much. Just loving all the news this week. Loving the action. Being cautiously optimistic for this pump. I don't know. Everyone's saying that it's the fake out. It's the big fake out. So,
Well, I wanted to say, comment on somebody said the Wednesday that if you pulled down from Hex Streamers, make sure you go to thepulsetube.com. DR has been slaying that site, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, the Pulse Tube's great. Loving it.
the Pulse Tube.
Yep, thepulsetube.com. It's
Yep,
fantastic.
that's where all the Hex streamers are being listed. It's the best site for finding out what nights and what days certain people and certain streams and certain channels are up. So
it's
done
almost a
great job.
TV channel itself, the way it's set up. And I helped him on with his DRMs on the front. He was worried about infringement on, him having a problem with listing all these streamers, and we just put some disclaimers on the front, and it's good to go. And DR is kicking ass at that.
Nice. Tell him to stream us.
It should be. It should
He
be.
does.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, he's the
good.
only one that does. He's literally the
I
only
know
one
everybody
that
else
does.
has delisted us. The OG stream. You delisted us. You are fucking kidding me.
It's only one. It's only the Hex Streamer site is the only other
Whatever.
one besides the Pulse Tube. But Pulse
Yeah,
Tube,
it's so.
Well,
it's
were you
the Hex
talking about
streamers
shit
guy.
coins?
It's
That's
well,
probably why you got delisted.
Not me.
Pulse chain products or projects, but hey, what do you know? What are you gonna do? So the funny
Well,
thing
everything's
is
a pulse chain project.
well, right. Well, it's funny that the person who runs that is the only person in the community after pulling us down got a knock on the door from the FBI. So are they related? I don't know. I can't say. I can't confirm nor deny.
By the way, nice background, Briz. Looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
AI generated.
He's been doing some work, man.
I know.
I went over and visited my little buddy Brasology the other day, and
Hey,
he was showing me some of his work. I won't say anything, but you're putting the work in, bud. I like what you're
give him
doing.
the tip of the hat. I remember back when he was no Nick Brazology and doing crazy memes, and now his stuff's looking.
Oh,
really
he's still
fresh.
no neck Borisov.
No, Nick. I'm necking it up. But yeah, you know, I've been having a lot of fun with that AI generation art.
Did you do that back there? You made all that behind you?
Yeah. Yep. I think I threw I threw a couple logos in there, but I just kind of asked for, you know, hexagonal abstract art.
Yeah. It looks
Hey,
like
we got someone on Twitch watching us. Just wanted to give a shout out to those over there on Twitch. Appreciate you guys.
Wow.
Twitch fan.
He's like the third guy ever to watch it on Twitch, right?
That'll probably
Maybe
be
the fourth.
dramatic
Maybe
'cause
the
he's
fourth.
only person that's
Maybe
on
the
Twitch.
fourth. Right.
You guys are welcome in the chat. You guys are welcome.
Good job, Mel Tony, holding down the fort. It's nice to see, you know, us be above 2 cents right now.
Did you think you'd have to say the day? Boy, it's good to be over 2 cents.
No.
Boy, if it could only hit 3.
I fear too many people will take profits at 3 and we'll be back under 2 again. So.
Yeah, there's a big sell wall there, right?
3 cents is right when it really started taking off the last
2 years
time.
ago. Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was getting kind of worried actually because I was getting people in at 3 cents. I'm like, hey guys, it just pumped up to 3 cents. Be careful. And you know what? We're probably going to be saying the exact same thing for a little while. It goes up to 3 cents. You're like, hey man, just went up to 3 cents.
So, can I do a shameless plug?
Yes, please.
You guys will head over to E3 Syndicate on YouTube. We have a new video up. It's different, talking about the different fitness adaptations. There's 9 different adaptations you can use for your goals. Not everyone wants to be a weightlifter. Not everyone wants to be a cross-country runner. And there's lots of variations in between. And so there's literally only 9 that have been identified by California University at Fullerton. So if you guys will check those out, there's different ways you can put together a goal. More importantly, put in the comments of those 9 things which ones you guys would like to focus on or learn more about. I'll do all the research and the study behind this. I do like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours worth of study on my videos before I do them. They're only 10-minute videos. It's just to kind of give people an introduction, but I'll go into more depth if people let me know what it is that they want to do in that regard. And I will go ahead and post the comment in here so you guys can go watch it after this stream, because it is not a live stream. It is a pre-recorded and edited, so you guys can go in there at your convenience and watch it later, guys.
Yeah, don't do it right now, but
not right now.
Go in there and subscribe. Just subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notified when it's out and remind you.
Yeah, you can watch it at 2x.
That's right. You can watch it at 2x.
It's not live.
No, I did the nipples. I did the shirtless nipples last week. I've got a shirt on today in this video. So I did the shirtless video for the first Fitness Friday video just to show that I kind of know I'm talking about a little bit, so that I have a physique most men want. So
well, yeah, you do.
I don't want your physique.
They
Why
call
not?
it nipples.
Because I
is
don't
it
want
too muscular for you? Too muscular for you?
I like a little hair on my men. I don't like them so silky and smooth like that.
I can't grow hair, so I'm just
like
a hairless
manly
monkey.
man. I want some.
I can't do it.
Some barbarians.
I can't do a beard. I got no chest hair.
Isn't that what Richard said? Isn't that what Richard calls armpit hair and ball hair? Barbarians.
Barbarians.
I mean, Alex the beard, I think, has enough beard for everyone combined.
Who? What?
Alex Hedron. Alex's beard. You saw that at the convention?
No, I didn't watch that part. You guys, I love you all in the Hex community, but I can't watch all your guys' stuff, especially when it's hours upon hours upon hours long. I got other things I got to do. I wish I had the time. Maybe someday I'll be fully retired and I'll be able to just watch only Hex content.
I still don't have time.
Yeah, I know.
Still don't
right?
have time. I've been trying to catch some other outside shows, like some financial stuff, just to see a little bit of what's going on macroeconomically, man. And every time I sit down, I got something else I got to go do. or something else interests me on the internet. There's another something on sale that I want to go pick up.
There's another bug that just shows up that needs rescued before the patina gets worn off.
No, man, I've been really looking at the fun handguns out there. I went to the gun show over the weekend. Man, there's too much fun stuff out there. Too much.
There
fun
really
stuff.
is. There really is.
Even here in California, we've got some good. There's some good stuff that we can still pick up, and it's really. I mean, the laws are actually pretty chill, to be honest. I just found out I can. You can actually, your family can bring stuff in for you, or you can have them, and somebody with an FFL dross it in for you. So pretty easy to have like just about everything out here.
And yet a collapsible baton is like a felony.
Really?
Well, you can't carry a gun around either. I mean, you got to have a CCW. So
Is collapsible baton a felony in California?
Yeah.
No, I got a spring loaded one.
Because some of those things are something. Well, that's not.
This guy brings it on camera.
We're live. We're freaking live. The last time we did
Don't
that.
record yourself doing a felony.
Hold on. Would somebody explain to him in private chat that he?
I'm not even going to do private chat. Hey, those don't go over well in live streams. YouTube likes to take flashing guns in live stream. They're afraid you're going to shoot yourself on live TV and people are going to watch it. So we got it. We got a nice little warning saying, don't worry, your channel's not been banned and you're not in any kind of trouble. But we had to take this one down because in live streams, we don't allow guns to be flashed.
It's not a gun. It's a collapsible baton.
It's a felony. Ding dong. Good thing you don't really have one right there. Good thing. Oh, Jesus.
Who's he calling? It looks like he's phoning in a friend. Is
What
this
are you
really
doing? Are you on a show? Or are you just chilling?
I got a call while I was going in.
Oh.
So in Colorado, they still have that place where you could shoot RPGs and like heavy machine guns and like all the rest of that. I think it was
In
somewhere.
Colorado?
Yeah, it was like somewhere near the sand dunes, I think, or something.
Yeah,
You got,
soon we'll be like California, and you'll have to actually hide your real weapons. But in the meantime,
your
we
real
still
man,
have a little bit of
your real
freedom.
man weapons.
That's right, the real
You can
man
keep your
weapons.
girly stuff out.
Yeah, you can keep all that little pea shooter stuff out.
You can have your pink handguns and all that stuff. Persology, the floating head.
I like
What was
it.
that?
I like
What
it.
was that
It's
movie
embodied.
where there was the floating head? What was that movie?
Max
Uh,
Hedron?
No, Max Headspace.
Oh, Max Headroom.
Yeah, Headroom.
No,
that's right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but there was
That
a
was a
movie.
show, though.
There was a movie. I know he had the show, but
There's
there
also
was a movie.
Frylock from whatever the cartoon.
There's also a video game, Star Fox, where the final boss was a head and two hands.
I think Monty Python had one too.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, it's Max Headroom.
How about those markets, though, huh, guys? Anyone else
How about
feeling
the markets?
pumped up today?
Not really. I think it's fake out.
I think so too. I think it's a bull
They'll probably
trap.
come back down.
I think it's a bull trap.
I think it's a
Yep.
bull trap. I think you're going to see a negative 20 in the next week.
Yeah,
That
it's
is.
coming, baby. There's some bad news out there.
Mhm.
Bad news out there. This whole, well, I don't know. It's bad news for the SEC and for Gemini and Genesis. This whole thing that's going on with them, two.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep.
That's another overreach but again, the narrative is changing to really changing to not only custodians of crypto being the ones that are being regulated, but lending platforms being hit by regulation. It's lending cryptos that they're going at. You listen to the buzzwords that they're speaking out there. When you hear mainstreamers talking, when you hear mainstream politicians talking, and you hear mainstream crypto people talking, when they're talking regulation and legislation, now they're talking about lending platforms is the buzzword right now, and that sounds really, really cool to me.
Now, how could they not have gone after Gemini for like the last, like, I don't know,
It's
10
low-hanging fruit
years?
for them right now, and they're trying to save face, is what it is.
Well, what about like Coinbase's like earn and learn or whatever the hell it is? Is that yield generation because you're putting knowledge in your head and you got something for free out of it? You actually did work from learning and you earned
No,
something.
because you're not putting up the capital. They're not.
Yeah, you're not trading your cash for
True enough.
a return.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how that'll work. You know that if they really wanted to come for DeFi and they're looking at like Compound and Aave, because those are lending compound or lending protocols, so to speak. So you
They
might
do
call them
not-
a platform.
They do not know how to come after DeFi. Every time they want, if they think about it, they try. They don't have a way. They have nobody to. They can't come after anybody. They can't. So it's now they're starting to look at the places where and see the money was flowing in to say, yeah, look at DeFi, look at DeFi, look at DeFi. And that was SBF's bullshit, all the money that he had flowing in. And don't look at the exchanges, don't look at us, don't look at the lending platforms. Look at those guys over there with those non-custodial wallets. Those guys are laundering money. That's where the terrorism is. That's where it's bad. Go over there.
Don't worry about
those
DeFi
terrorists.
until one thing happens. And until that thing happens, I'm not worrying about DeFi at all. And what is that one thing? Pirate Bay. When Pirate Bay finally gets shut down for good, then I'll be worried about DeFi. And until then, that's my
You're
canary
right,
in the
bro.
coal mine. That's my canary in the coal mine.
You're that's an interesting thought, but you're absolutely right. If they ain't gonna go after that, then
They can't.
they
It runs on
can't.
the backbone of the internet.
Yeah.
And technically, the torrent trackers are not even Pirate Bay. Pirate Bay is the front end for everything else. It really is DeFi for processing information.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how you use that word, processing information. That's good. That was good. Nice.
Sometimes
Sleight of the
Cappy
hand. Nice sleight of the hand.
We got to talk about this because I think Almighty Hexian's got a great point here, guys. Icosa staking is more profitable than Hex staking at the moment, and as a derivative of Hex following the share rate. What are y'all's thoughts on that as being a side play that still follows Hex price? You know, the beautiful thing about it is you can earn Icosa from staking Hedron, which you get for free for having T-shares. Do it. If you guys are just sitting on your Hedron, you guys are wasting your time.
It's a circle of life.
You need to
It's
either
literally
be
a
buying
circle of life.
HSIs. Yep. You either need to be buying HSIs that are in auction, or you need to be going in and staking it for the Icosa. It's a great job that Alex did to make a closed loop in this ecosystem and gain more yield. And it's, the beautiful thing is it's all code that you run yourself, and he doesn't have there's no profit from the work of others, and there's no promises, and there's no pool of cash. It's all you guys running your own code. So you guys can not worry about the SEC coming after you for doing something that is you being the generator of your own yield. So I love it. Almighty Hexican, thanks for bringing that up. I have not looked at the numbers lately, but knowing that Icosa staking is more profitable than Hex staking at the moment doesn't surprise me. And you guys get Hedron for free for staking Hex. So if you stake your Hex, get T-shares, get free Hedron, roll it into the staking to get Icosa, you really can't lose. It's free, guys. It's
And
free.
then if you ever claim that Icosa, you can stake that and get even more Hedron.
And get even more and Hedron too. Yes. Yeah.
It's like I don't even need to
It's
talk
beautiful.
anymore. You guys just take over the damn thing.
But I've been staking my Hedron, and I don't know. I haven't really been all that impressed with the Icosa payouts. Like, it seems
Not
like
since the original auction started.
it's kind of like, yeah, I'm getting Icosa, but it just seems like Icosa keeps dropping in value. So it's
It's been a rubber band. It's also rubber banding off of the arbitrage opportunity of spot Hex price. So there's a lot of different mechanics. It is down like 36% off of its ceiling. But as the T-shirts go ratchet up, let's take, for example, if the Godwell hammers that $39 million worth of Hex every 45 days. I was just doing some quick maths that may put us up 8,000 points onto the T-share per year, besides everyone else on staking. So that'd be almost like a big payday every year that just a Godway will be executing by just unstaking every 45 days to hammer the rate up. As that happens, and the people that don't have those 10x multipliers dilute, then the amount of Hedron you will get will have different scalable ratios onto it too. And what's really also, I guess, interesting if you want to talk about derivatives, it's not a derivative paid in USD or anything else. It's a like of its own ecosystem. So one cannot be created without the other. It's like a chicken before an egg type call-ish. So it can't be correlated to some USD price that you're gaining out of something or anything of that nature. Jesus, there we go. DS pump.
That's great. I love it. Icosa was down at 29 cents at its all-time low, and it's back up to 51. And for being in the middle of a bear market, that's the beauty and the mathematic and the code behind a closed loop ecosystem. So we love it. We love it. We love to see beautiful
And it
things like that being built.
encourages
Thank
hex
you,
stakes.
Alex. And it encourages hex stakes. Absolutely. Yep.
Well, not only does it encourage it, it prioritizes it from being able to move it.
Exactly. It's priority.
Share. It can take it where if you have a compromised wallet, if you have many different addendums now with this particular utility on how it's the 2.0 on the exact same ecosystem. It didn't do anything else but just added nitrous to it.
The power of the T-share. The power of the T-share.
Power of the T-share. Slam into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it, guys. I think it's freaking wonderful that Alex came in and closed loop this ecosystem around Hex and made it more worthwhile for you to stake your Hex, as if there wasn't already enough incentive from immutable code with no admin keys and trustless yield in the first place, you know? So
Yep.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like technically the Hex contract is a smart contract. It's not the GUI in front of it to run it, right? So it doesn't affect that the Hex contract itself is exactly the same. And even Icosa.pro, its front end is slick. Everything it handles is slick, and it's just adding on to the same bare smart contract.
It is a good front end.
So one of the
goes down. Go ahead, sir.
One of the bigger macroeconomic looks, because I always like looking at the macro stuff because I look years into the future and years into the past to get answers for what to do today. But we look at these products now. I've always said, Hedron proved a concept. I'm not saying that it's the best use of the T-share as a power cell, but it was the first, and it proved the concept. And there's going to be more. There'll be more
communist tokens,
smarter brains than everybody else in this room that are going to do these things. And if all of these are turning into 15-year stakes, if you have to make 15-year stakes to do these, what's going to happen to the average stake length? I mean, what's going to happen when people are going to maybe not want to even just stake regularly anymore and just going to get these wrap stakes and just start pushing 15-year stakes out there for eternity?
We don't have to use 15-year stakes. That's how you get that added bonus to the Icosa conversion. Then the real question is time served on the stake will be the next paradigm. So let's just say we've been here now for 3 years. Well, that's, almost a fifth of an entire ecosystem of a 15-year stake. So we ourselves from the beginning has now served a fifth of what this entire length of time will be. And so if you look into the next year or two, it's almost now Icosa and HSIs and 15-year stakes of that nature have now gone into their own circular timeline that you're going to be looking time served, also with time in. Because why start a 15-year stake when you can get one that's 2, 3, 4 years already to completion? It's kind of like you used to say back in the day, you had your 10, 15-year stakes. They'd be like, screw it, boys, heads to the dollar. I'm cashing that one out and cashing that one out and cashing that one out and enjoy the emergency unstake yield. Because you set yourself up with those 10 or 15-year stakes to be like, well, if I need it, boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. And so you're going to be like, instead of doing that, looking to buy people who have already served their time and then need to liquidate it for its local value. But it's also local value is going to have the baked in time served as a premium.
I think you're right about that.
I
like
concur.
Yeah, I like that. I like that assessment, that analysis, that it's going to shift to time served.
Do we
Because
have a
everything-
chart that shows the average stake length and how it's been growing since Icosa and Hedron
I don't
were?
know if we have an
well,
actual chart, and if we do, I'm not aware of it. But I do know that the Staker app, I've been watching that over the last 3 years or 2.5 years, and that by far has gradually gone from 4.5 to 5 to 6 to 7. So we do see that over time.
Yeah,
My
Expire-
own staking ladder is
Expire
going
site
up.
will do it. That's Crispy's site, and I believe T Model, Dev Huey's site, I believe, has those numbers in them. I haven't bothered to look in a while, so if anyone can point out, I know Giffen probably Sloth are around, and they have a calculator as well. They look at grind that stuff a little bit more, but those sites have so much usurp of data. It's really, really hard to not find anything that you're looking for in there.
That's a great question.
No,
Robert.
wonder if
it
Hex
will
say-
not.
It won't. I think that that if BTC tanks, then we're going to see some lower days. I don't know if it's going
Bitcoin
to drop under a
tanks.
penny.
It drops ETH.
You're not
drops
allowed to say
everything
Bitcoin.
else. Why? I'm the biggest
No.
Bitcoin advocate
Because
in here.
You've already been timed out today for shilling a shitcoin. So just because you shilled it, you can't even say that word again. I'm gonna have Richard unfollow you.
He already
Yeah,
did. 'Cause I think I mentioned the ASIC coin.
Would you stop it?
Oh my God, get rid
What?
of him. Get
Hey,
rid of
you're
him.
done.
Get rid of
How
the header.
How can you promote
right.
Hedron and then shit on ASIC?
I'm not promoting Hedron. We
Well,
said-
we just did. He said
not a
it's great 'cause
promotion.
It's free.
No,
You
I said it's
that
free.
Hedron-
Free.
and
Yep.
we
So
said
is
that it's
ASIC.
free to hex stakers. Look, there is no other coin out there that's quite like Hedron because it's free to hex stakers and it's a closed loop system. And all it did is prove a concept. That's where I keep that. That's where I keep
Show me how hex stakers get free ASIC.
Because Hex people got free Pulse Dogecoin.
Yeah, and if you
You
were
can convert-
wise at $8, you dumped it and bought more hex with that. If you were
Okay.
wise, in my opinion.
And then you can convert the Dogecoin into ASIC. And then you can turn it for free or one transaction cost.
Here's my
for
problem with
gas.
this.
And
Here's my
then
problem with
you
this.
can use those to mine the Pulse Bitcoin for free.
Oh,
You
God.
get it all for free. It's all
Here's my
free.
problem. Here's my problem
I'm
with this.
sorry.
There's
You
shit
dumped
ASIC
it
and
all, and now you don't get
Pulse-
an income.
Pulse ASIC and Pulse Bitcoin were both made to pump Pulse Doge. So you're a fool if you put it into Pulse Bitcoin and Pulse ASIC when you could have just waited for Pulse Doge to pump because of the effect of ASIC and Bitcoin, and then you actually made more holding the Pulse Doge and selling it instead of holding
Bro,
onto that crap.
Just don't buy it. You got it for free, dog. You
All
got
right,
it
let's
for
bring
free.
a couple of, we got a couple other guests.
I know I'm going to get shit
I'm-
on by those who love ASIC and Bitcoin, and that's
Come on,
fine. I don't
Pepe.
care.
Beat 'em up,
All that
Pepe.
bullshit.
I know.
We got UFO 42.
Come on, Pepe.
You
Turn
guys
off
are out,
your-
Mike, UFO.
Turn off your
Yeah,
YouTube. there.
he's got
And
his
Hex Deck
YouTube stream
16.
still on.
What's up, Hex Deck? You there? There
Hex
he is.
Dick,
I'm here. Yeah, 100%.
What's
my
happening?
boy.
Oh, I
How
heard
you
you guys talk about the Hedron closed ecosystem that Alex talked, and I'm like, I was just gonna sit in the chats, and I'm like, no, I'll go down to the studio and just jump in.
Oh, let me unmute him.
You're
There,
in
now you're
the show.
unmuted. There you
Everyone
good now?
can hear you.
I get
What?
suckered.
Yes.
Just when you thought they were out, they pull you back in.
Yeah, no, it's just I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I just really actually got off a personal conference call with somebody about the whole Hedron, Icosa aspects. You know, and the sick, you know, what's the cycle loop, that type of thing.
Cyclical cycles and how they feed into each other. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like stumble on twice. Yeah, but I mean, I came late to the chat group, and you know, I was like, oh no, I'll just sit back tonight and just watch and listen. But you know, personally, you know, I agree with like 90% of what people said is like, hey, I had all these stakes, a lot of them got like 10x bonuses, they were day one stakes, and I got my Hedron for free, and I staked my Hedron. And I was looking at the analogies of things. Is like, so with the Hedron stakes is the fact that like, even if you load up on the Hedron, like, I mean, I think the extensive aspect is you can go like 90 days, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm willing to be corrected. But like and if your Hedron is going down to 67 days and you add more Hedron, it goes back up to 90 days. But it's producing Icosa at a certain
Depends
degree.
on how big your stake is. The bigger you can have a smaller stake, and I think it's only 30.
Yeah, but you're also, when you're topping it off, you're keeping yourself locked into the air quote Hedron T-share rate system.
Yeah, well,
when you actually remove that, when you restake it, it's going into a different pot of time of where that's being ratcheted. So the ideal way to do it, it's like Giff and I talk about waterfalls, but you would have your master wallet that you just leave there forever. And then as you build into a secondary wallet of ability to stake into, then you can have that start to roll. So if you're staking Hedron, you got Icosa, you can stake that. Then
Real quick, basically by saying that you have a 90-day waiting period, you just dox yourself as a baller.
I hear what you're saying about the smaller stakes, and I haven't really looked into that, but I did look into the whole Icosa thing. So like when you're actually rolling your like first 90-day stake from Hedron into Icosa, you're really pumping up your extended days. Like I mean, I'm looking at mine and I'm like close to like 2/3 of a year before that'll end, but now it's minting Icosa as well as Hedron. So some way I want to like end that aspect of like what I'm doing to let that like kind of burn out, to get to the end, so that I can, end stake on both of those and add the Hedron to the balance, send the other end the stake, add the Icosa to the balance, and then send the Hedron kind of back to producing Icosa, because it's minting both. It's kind of, I want to say it's a beautiful system. I really don't play with the HSIs. I do have a couple of the Lustas. I did the exact same thing that David Feeder did with those, just playing with it. 5, I set up 5 of them, and I'm not going to sell those. I don't care. Just let them ride. Let the bands play. That's not.
All right, we've gotten deep enough into this. I've had enough of the Hedron and Icosa talk. I don't want to shill it too much. And
if you guys want, go check out Telegram. Hedron and Icosa have some great voice chats in Telegram, so go check out their Telegram channels. I do want to point this out with 8-Bit Hex. Hey, brother, thanks for correcting me, man. I'm always down for being corrected when I'm wrong. Wrong at Kinetics. My free PLSD went 95% to ASIC. It's now almost as much worth as my Hex bag. Fantastic, bro. That's great news. I sold it at $8 and put it all into Hex. So I was very happy with my additional Hex. I'm glad that ASIC worked out for you, brother. That's super cool.
Yeah. A 30-second segment to that. I did, obviously garner a bunch of like free PLSD. Sold 90% of it, kept 10% of the bag, 90% of it put back into Hex. Maybe if I held it for a couple of months, I probably would have been higher with it, but who cares? My key focus is Hex and the PLS and PLSX launch. But they had this transition about Pulse Dogecoin and ASIC miners, and so I did the same strategy. I took 90% of the PLSD stuff that I kept and put it in. All
right, awesome. Nice. We're done with the shitcoin talk now.
That took. Sorry, too long. Didn't listen. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm talking game strategy, that type of thing. But fair enough.
Yeah.
How is what's the word RG3 on the documentary? Anything you got? Some
at this point we haven't had any updates in the last week or so, I don't have anything to report on that.
No, that's fine.
And even if we did, I'm not sure we could talk about it.
What we can do is say there's stuff that we can't talk about. If I was Ken, then that's what I'd be saying. Is that I wish I could.
Hey
tell you
guys,
those
I got
things.
some really cool updates that I can't talk about. So
There
you
you go.
guys have fun with that.
There you go.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, who cares?
We're everything has had a chilling effect from the holidays and from the big bear market and macroeconomic downturns. The whole thing has just been one big just like chilling effect. So I think within the next month or two we're going to start seeing some action one way or another, either to the downside.
Call it's going to go down or it's going to go up.
It's either going to go down or it's going to go up.
I agree.
I don't think that if we are getting ready to go into a bull run, that we're going to see a quick, sharp bull run. I think we're going to see a few months of wearing up. That's kind of like how the last, the last Bitcoin cycles have all been that way. You start to see it start to inch up, and then wham, we get into the bull run. There's a lot of room though. There's so much room with, I think the market cap's showing at 900 billion right now. So it's starting to move a little bit, but this could be that bull trap.
Hey, Captain,
that Judas scandal.
So just be wise.
I think the fact is, like, you're absolutely correct. We're looking at a bull trap right now. That's why I put the bull and the little mouse trap as my avatar, like if I'm not streaming, because of the fact that, one of the beautiful things is, you have certain tools out there. I like nomics. So I have the watch list, and I love the fact that, after the 1st of January, you have the year to date thing, and you could actually set it up with your watch list, what you want to look at, and you can see how things are progressing and the percentages. I mean, that's useful statistical market data. And if we're in a bull trap, you're going to see a snapback like nobody understands. And I talked about this in the Prosperity Project, is the fact that I'm dollar cost averaging, but I'm just keeping the stuff aside in USDC, because I am not going to pull the trigger on something like that until I see a big snap. I think we're going to see it. And if we don't, you know what? Great. I'll carry it over into the Pulse chain when it launches.
It's either going to be a snap or a pop.
I got a question.
Pop is crypto's head coming out of its
Richard
ass.
called the Bitcoin top at 65,000, but it went to 69. He called the bottom at 10,000. It went to 15.
Yeah, but he's explained why he did that and what happened there.
I know exactly why he did. He just drawed back at 85%. So the question is, if he misses the bottom by that 5,000, did he still call the bottom?
No, he missed the top. He missed the top
percentage?
because of what freaking Sailor's crew did.
It wasn't Sailor, it was Celsius. It was Celsius. It was those guys. Well, I guess it was Sailor too.
Sailor's
it was Sailor too. It was Sailor too. But
Bro,
Celsius.
He didn't call the top. It went to 69,000.
You're not
It
listening.
was for one day. It
Bitcoin
was a Judas
chiller.
candle, and it was because all of the lending platforms were wash trading it to try to pump up the price and hold it up, because they knew that they were all going to fail if the price went down. And then what happened? The price went down and they all failed.
But I mean, there is a point.
But the real top is what Richard called the real top.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the top of the ratio, right?
It's playing out in front of your fucking eyes every single day.
Very good.
They're frog marching motherfuckers into jail right now.
You're arguing about 65, 64. When if you took Richard's advice at 65 and you marched,
You're in a profit.
I'm not saying it was a bad call.
The
question is,
fine right now.
I'm saying the
top
ratio
by
to be between that last
4,000.
3 or 5% is not nominal.
You guys are going to be like,
nominal.
his haters are going to be like, Richard didn't call the bottom. It didn't go to 10K. It didn't go 10K and pray. And so the question is,
would somebody clip that one right there? Somebody
I think he
clip that
did
one
call the
right
bottom.
there.
I think the percentages
I've got
are
a time
within
code
the
for
range. to
Dude,
say
I
he
gotta
did
take you
call
down,
the
UFO.
bottom.
You gotta figure out your sound, man. We got too much feedback from your speakers into your microphone.
Yeah, you got to turn
You
your
gotta
YouTube
use-
off.
Headphones. Use headphones.
Always works. That's why I use this.
Yeah. My headphones died. I got the ones Richard told me to buy.
Said they
They're
always
dead.
try to front these calls.
So I'm using the audio off the computer.
Hey, Vets
Yeah,
and Crypto, we do a
100%.
little bit more for the holidays. I just want to address this real quick. We do a little bit more for the holidays, but it's a monthly thing. It's not just during the holidays only. So my mom actually heads that effort up. She's freaking awesome. My mom's a vet. She's a whack back in the old days when they had the Women's Army Corps.
Nice.
She's a
Very
whack.
good.
Uh-huh.
But I
Yeah,
agree with
that's fair
Hexboy Crypto. I think they could be front running those calls. I mean, truthfully, I think the only reason why ETH 2.0 even got started was because
I
of
think
Pulse
so, too.
Chain.
I
I
agree.
think he shoved them into it.
Yeah, he rattled them.
And they're like, "Ugh."
I would not be surprised.
And then Richard the whole time was like, okay, I'm not going to make anything. I'm just going to wait for them. And then I'm going to fork their shit since I can't get their devs.
Dude,
They'll work for me.
I had the theory for the longest time that as soon as Pulse Chain launched, they were just going to fork Pulse Chain and call it ETH 2.0. I was convinced.
Well, they already did the airdrop thing,
It's the Shanghai one,
which doesn't work for shit. But anyway, that's garbage over there. Absolutely.
rolling
which one,
backwards,
what?
not rolling forwards. That's the real difference between the two.
Well,
errors.
they did it with the ETH POW or whatever.
Yeah, Ether
Yeah,
and
yeah.
W, but
Oh.
like it rolls backwards though. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
upgrade that, so it's basically dead tech at this point. Whereas since we're forking Beacon and all the rest of that, we're moving in tandem within the same parallels as it's being built, which is the smart way to do it. You know, an Unreal game engine takes 4 years for it to move to its next cycle, right?
But
Yes, I think you guys are miscalculating here how much the Chinese can pump their new chain POW. I think you guys are miscalculating this.
Really?
Just wait, guys. This next bull run, you're going to see ETH POW come up like a force that you did not expect. Trust me.
Yeah, that guy's buy ETH POW. He heard her here first.
No, that is not what I'm saying.
That's it.
Not
That's
what
it.
I'm saying.
He's fucking
I'm
gone. That's it. He's gone.
I agree.
He's
That was not
done.
what I was
He's
saying.
gone.
No, I
Get
don't
back in the
disagree.
chat room. Get back
I
in the
don't
chat room and
disagree
do
with
your
you,
show.
Ken,
and
with what you're
shit.
saying. They do have all the old ticker symbols of what everything used to be, and now they just need processing power of hash and be able to do the other things cheaply. But
Yeah,
as
a lot of
that-
hash.
I know,
And I
but
don't, and
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
mean I don't mean like the hash you get from cooking down oils.
I know Colorado. I know Colorado.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they got a lot of hash power. There's a lot of
got-
Chinese miners that are mining that ETH Fair and ETH POW, more ETH POW. But you know what I do like about it is that the Icosa front end for Hex and Hedron works on both those chains. And if nothing else, just don't forget to claim those and don't let your stakes bleed out on those chains, just in case. Because I don't bet against the Chinese when the largest exchange in the world is Chinese owned. So
Let's
just
not
throwing that
also
out there.
forget, Tencent is the largest game studio in the world, and they're also the largest chicken farm in China. So you don't know, Tencent's probably one of the largest gorillas that nobody knows about, and they are Chinese.
I'm downstairs in the studio right now, but Frosty actually was on 2 days ago talking about something in regards to the ASIC miner versus another chipset, and it's legit. I mean, I did the research on it. I'm sorry I don't have it here in front of me to present right tonight, but Frosty was talking about something actually better and faster and reprogram. You can reprogram it better than just going out and buying an ASIC miner, and they're the ones killing it in Bitcoin. And 80% or 90% are kind of Russian owned. So
Well, think about overclocking a particular process. Like ASIC's job is to do one particular calculation and one particular only, right? And so I can't say it out loud, but there is a currency of the metaverse that is not going to be crypto that's more important than that. And so you have to look at what is the actual tools that are being used to do the function that you're doing at that exact time. And that's really, what's interesting is that those of us in this space, whether you barely got into crypto or been following RH for a long time or got wrecked with all of us in the ICO shit in the 17s, we know more about what the future is going to hold than a good 85% of the populace, because they're just regurgitating what you would read off of a newspaper for their entire fiscal everything on what they're going to handle, from their computers to their knowledge base to their use cases.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. Maybe.
I'll get the information. I'll post it up. I'll tag you guys into it just so we have this discussion tonight. So I'll get the information for Frosty. I'll go look at my notes and just like post it up. I'm not that knowledgeable, and obviously I'm not, that much, but these guys can switch mining aspects quicker, faster, without upgrades of ASICs.
Oh yeah.
And like a lot of people don't know about it. So
yeah, they were switching coins on the fly, man. They'll do whatever they can to make money. Those guys are about making money. They don't invest all that money in that equipment.
It has nothing to do with the chip. It's just their hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just retool the hardware. Be like,
I don't think it's the hardware. I think it's software, actually. I mean, it's the same chip, right? So they're switching the software.
If they're doing a firmware upgrade then, or a firmware flash or something like that, then
must be. Like I said, I hate to like throw things out as a teaser, but I will follow up. I'll give you each.
I am not by any means a hardware expert, so I'm glad there's people out there that you can find that information from.
Yeah, no, I'm just, this guy is like, I got to give Frosty creds because, I mean, he pops in, pops out, that type of thing. But the guy is always solid. He's obviously a good actor, not a bad actor. And, I really appreciate his information. He's down in Ecuador. Very nice individual.
I think the one fortunate thing about this bear is that we've actually figured out
FPGA miners.
FPGA miners, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Ash.
Thanks, Ash.
Yeah. Frosty's brilliant when it comes to all that stuff. He knows his mining hardware.
Well, he's trying to do something for his environment, right? Like the people in his country. Like we're doing like things within the community or the United States, and people like trying to help promote Hex. And like I always tell people, I'm like, I'm Hex till I die. I mean, I can talk about other coins, but I don't do it quote publicly. I mean, this is FN Hangout, so I can talk about whatever the hell I want. But if somebody got me into the discussion, I'm core Richard Hart products. I mean, Hex made me where I am today. PulseX, Pulse Chain, it's going to take me to like the next level. And I don't disregard that stuff. I love the free coins. I love the free money. And I love DeFi and the whole concept of playing with the space. But ultimately, I mean, if you told me you had $1,000, what would you go buy? I'd go buy Hex.
You want to try UFO again? We're gonna give you another shot here, UFO.
Give him a shot.
There you are. We good now?
That is a very nice idea. So I hope you can hear me. I went back all the way through the city from the club.
We saw you. We watched you.
Yeah, I know, like in the back thing, and I told you I get it like 10 minutes or something. Got to be 20 or more. Well, I'm back actually. Without the green screen, just put it down, put it up for the conference a couple of days ago, like a week ago. And nice to see you all. And basically, everything is working out fine. I don't know where people have that many problems. Like,
people are hurting, man.
You tell me.
People are hurting.
They went too big into projects they shouldn't have gone into, hoping that the timeline was shorter than it ended up really being.
Yeah. So, yeah.
There was Robert said something earlier. He said, "What do you guys think of doing a mental health show for the community and for those who are struggling?" Rather than do a mental health show,
I mean,
I'd like to speak to some of the issues that people may have out there and what you can do to maybe, I mean, obviously, if you got problems, you need to call professionals. You need to not be looking at streamers for this stuff. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Now, we do have air quotes, mental health professionals within our community that you can go to. But that's on you if you think that's what you want to do for your mental health. But if you've got problems, man, you guys need to you need to get out there and seek some real help. But if you're in a spot and you've done something wrong to yourself because of the markets, then you need to take this as a serious learning experience. Because a lot of us cut our teeth earlier, 15, 16, 17, and played the roller coaster game. And some of us got hurt. Some of us didn't. Some of us mitigated our losses properly. You need to mitigate your loss properly. And I haven't spoke about this for a long time, but when we first started Discourse Syndicate, one of my biggest pet peeves was telling people that you should only be investing what you can afford.
Yes.
This is a small portion. The investment was a small portion of my total earnings, income, wealth, value. It was a small investment. It was stuff that, the family wouldn't miss, stuff that, took away from my playtime. That was all I did. A toy or two.
It turned to be out insanely. And then if it drops 95%, you have the time to get over it, right? So,
yes.
But people sold houses and whatever for it, and now they get into problems. But no one has ever given them that advice. Like every one of the serious people in this community have always said, don't overstep. This is not financial advice. Do your own math. Learn a lot about it. Don't spend all your money. Like this, all of this stuff that is not financial advice, it comes through between the lines so clearly that it's be sad if people now having to sell and the super bear bottom.
Did you say the bear bottom?
This has happened with it has happened with Bitcoin 5 times. Happened with Ethereum like 3-4 times. It happens. It happened.
Yeah,
it happens in every market. So you shouldn't. And this is actually why in America it's even harder to participate in larger stock market stuff, and you have to get your licenses to invest and things. And then Europe, you have to go to your bank and sign 20 pages of and go through a whole questionnaire.
You need to know what your risk, your
risk
loss
tolerance.
Your risk tolerance and your losses can be, and expect, like it says on the hex.com front page, crypto dips 95%.
Yes.
Yes.
And actually, even one of the smartest people I know from 15 years ago, and I didn't have much contact with them, and then that guy tells me he's vice president of IT architecture of whatever big company, and it says, well, I looked at this Hex thing, looks like a scam to me, but I can look into the code and maybe you can tell me more. And I could, but how much can you tell? Everything is out there, and especially the smarter the people are, sometimes the more skeptical they are. And it's all about, to me, getting people on that just go with time and are fine with, I'll wait for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And this is what I've been telling from the beginning. This is not something that you can, of course, some of us got lucky and bought Lambos after I don't know, whatever, 3 months or something. But this is not the idea of the whole project.
Yeah, it's not
the
typical.
whole ecosystem.
That's not typical
No.
results. That happens every now and then, and it did happen with Hex, and a lot of Hexicans became very, very wealthy very, very quick. But that is not the climate that we're in right now. That is not now. That's not saying that Pulse can't do something or Pulse X can't do something and do hundreds of X or whatever right out the gate. So I don't want to take that away from anybody, but I want everybody to know that you should not be counting on that, and you need to set up your baskets properly, and your eggs need to be where your eggs need to be. And don't quit your day jobs. Be very, very sure about that before you do it.
And many of the people I know, like basically everyone, did get many of the things wrong in the beginning. Like, who understood T-shares on day 0? Yeah.
I didn't. I'll be honest.
It took us about a good 4 months of talking to Deb Kyle and everybody else before we understood what T-shares were.
Yeah,
it took us a while.
Exactly.
It took me 8 months.
So I took my risk tolerance, because every one of you guys out there, the reason this isn't financial advice is because we have no idea what your guys' income is, what your risk tolerance is, how soon you're going to need this money. There's so many different variables, and we couldn't. Yeah. We can't speak generally to everybody. So for me personally, since this is about us our own personal journey, and we've given everybody the opportunity to talk about their personal journey on this channel, I stake most of my stuff to not take real profits until not even this next bull cycle, but the one in 2027, 2028. So that it's delayed gratification. That's delayed gratification. That's when I personally set my time to take substantial profits.
And I do not know when the first time that word like staking ladder came out. Probably pretty early, but people didn't really know what it was, and then like mostly like some people didn't stake at all, and some people like stake forever, and they don't have a ladder now, and then they like thought of like could have.
So I'll speak.
People didn't read like it's all.
They
out
had a
there.
cute little cartoon of it back in the day. It was like the apple tree cartoon, and then there was the other ones with the neon anime characters going back in the day.
So what I did in the beginning, just to give people some Hex advice. Here's some Hex advice for you. In order for me to retire this year, like I did, well, let's not say retire because I still do a lot of crypto work. But I am no longer at my JOB, my just over broke income stream. So my JOB is now gone. But what I did was I set up a staking ladder and said, well, 3 years from now, I'm going to plan on leaving my job. I want to be 55 years old and be retired. And I think Hex can do that for me. So I pushed my staking ladder out to where I wanted to retire. Now, my time horizon is a lot shorter than a lot of your time horizons.
Yeah, my first 15-year stake will expire when RG started his Hex journey.
But I mean, think about like just even we're talking about investments and or utilities to generate yield to retire early. We already pay into Social Security. That's absolutely worthless. We pay into 401ks that may be worthless within the next 20 years. If you're looking at a 20-year timeline of your 401k being worthless, and that's not even a 15-year stake, you're looking at all the paradigms wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's everybody's time horizons and risk tolerances are different, and you need to assess that smartly, wisely, not smartly.
And I'll be honest, I did not make those assessments when I initially set my stakes up in Hex. So honestly, like in a sense, like I was just fortunate the way things came out with some of my early end stakes, and I have long, I do have 15-year stakes and stuff because it happens when I'm like 67. So I mean, I'm probably the same age as RG3, so we kind of share that aspect. I'll celebrate my 55th birthday next month.
Hey,
but
youngster.
yeah, but my concept is this: is like along the way is like I was fortunate enough to look at what I call green tree, brown tree. You know, and I'll talk about this stuff. I'll kind of be repetitive, like Richard is on his like shtick, so to speak. You know, it's like when you're in the green tree and you've run up from like 1 cent to like over 50 cents, there's never a bad idea about taking a profit. And I'm going to like take it, you know.
No one ever lost money taking profits, right?
Taking profits.
You know, well, no, I've never gotten flack back about this. I've been totally honest. It's like, you know, like I did take profits between 44 and 47 cents, you know, off a couple stakes, right? You know, set some money aside. We're in the green tree. And then guess what happened? You know, like we totally went in the brown tree. I reinvested that. I actually took a large portion of that into the PulseX. You know, I talked to RG3 about this stuff a long time ago in a conversation on Sunday, but you know, it's like, and I'm patient, you know, but I've never increased my lifestyle. You know, that's the key component is like, you know, it's nice to have like backup. Okay, go ahead.
I want to address that. I was just waiting for Hextech to finish because we really need to address this. 100th monkey, we love you, man. We really do. Or gal, whoever you are, we love that you're a Hexican. But you have to understand. First of all, this is our journey that all of us here are documenting, and we give everyone the stage to talk about these things. And let's be honest, this is what we invested in Hex for, because we wanted to retire. This is what Hex can do for people depending on their investment and their risk tolerance and so many other factors based on individuals. Like, why, if we're constantly, or someone is constantly selling Hex to maintain their retirement, that's what this is for, man. That's what a staking ladder is for, literally.
Yeah.
If that's not the case, if that's not the point, no, hold on. If that's not the point, then why even be in this asset? Why even be in this one particular? And then really, as a, hey, not to try to be rude or anything, but what I do with my money is none of your damn business, quite honestly.
Yeah. But hold on, Ken. So this is the fundamental word salad that people mess up, and it really frustrates me. Dumping Hex is different than putting a limit order and allowing you to buy into it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Need to, if you are getting in here and you are even here, you need to up your vernacular and what you're talking about. Smart people will put limit orders bids that you purchase, just like you bake a bread. You stick it out there, be like, I want this bread. I'm going to go buy it now. Dumping is a different form, and period. And all the people I know that are actually retired on Hex are taking that air quote retirement time to motivate and help the community more. What do you want them to do? Go do their 9 to 5? Sell their shit wrong?
So I want to address the question too, and I want to do it in a respectful way too, because I totally understand people's frustrations in this bear market and maybe being a little over leveraged right now or not seeing profits right now. But remember, those of us who people call the OGs, which I really hate that word, but those of us who were here from the beginning, those of us who sat and watched Richard from 2017 until the launch, which was, 3 years of waiting, right? So we waited 3 years and watched and followed and observed, and then we went in that first few months when everybody was calling Hex a scam. We went in and then we started streaming. We started educating. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the ability for me to be able to say, I should have had, 6 years I waited? That's not enough time.
All the slings and arrows, guys. We literally,
and I took every fucking arrow.
Yeah.
And every fucking arrow.
We were the butt of every joke from anybody who ever did any stream on Hex and what a scam it was at the beginning. We were, Me and Hexo and RG and Coffee, we like our faces were plastered on everybody's
but
meme videos.
Yep, every misstep
that's
that I've
people
spoken
that
has been memed. Everything that I've done has been memed. Everything that I've said has been fucking memed or scrutinized.
yeah.
And in the back rooms, I've gotten death threats. I've gotten myself doxxed by people sending me messages with my address and my social security number and shit like that on it. I've had all that shit happen. Guess what? I fucking deserve it. I'm 55 years old.
well,
I
I
set
wouldn't
myself
say
up
you
to
deserve
retire.
it.
Shut up. Hold on. I'm 55 years old. I set myself up for retirement for 3 years doing this damn thing for this community. And I did it. And guess what? I'm in the fucking profit like nobody's damn business right now, even at 1.5, 2
Right.
cents. My profit is out the fucking window. Like anybody in the real world would look at my profits and go, holy shit, you crushed it. And I'm not
took a
talking all-time
risk.
highs. I'm talking 1 cent hex is
that
crushed.
no one does.
Nobody does that. So
Yeah.
goddamn right, I'm
And-
going to take profits. I'm not
Thank
going to
you.
dump on your heads. I'm not going to
Well,
dump
it's-
hundreds of
it's like,
thousands of dollars a hex on your heads, but I'm going to draw what I deserve. And I'm
On
going
top
to
of
take
that,
what
that's
I
the
deserve.
example, RG, right? But these people that are coming to watch, you need someone that had been down the path before to set the damn example for them what they're doing. And this is how you play it smart. This is how you do it word. You put in the work, you build a community, and you're here from the beginning. I mean, you're the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
So without that and setting the example, what are they complaining about? Why aren't they on stream? So it's
Thanks, Hex Famous.
I don't think they're complaining. I don't think they're complaining. I don't
it's
want
not a
him to think that I think he's complaining because he's not.
No.
He's
I get what he's
frustrated.
saying. Yes.
I get it too. And
Yep.
and if I was up here being braggadocious about it, then I'd say shut the fuck up, RG too. But you know what? I'm not. I'm very humble about it. I'm very appreciative for what I've got. But I deserve it too. I deserve it.
I've also never seen you
And
run
you're
around a
repeating
limo
this,
and or a
it is
Lambo
true.
and like
And I
But
don't. I,
would
drive
like
a
to-
1966 Volkswagen Bug that looks like a rust bucket.
Beautiful vehicle.
Yeah,
by
which
the
is it sounds nice. I you know,
way.
thing is, I would like to add something to this.
Outdoorsy.
Yeah, go ahead, UFO.
Yes.
Outdoorsy.
The
I'm
thing
raising my
is,
hand so I can talk after you.
I'll try to make it. You know, of course, I always make the short stories long, but I
You
like
do.
try to, you know, put it densely. I've been into different communities, as I have told to some people also in politics, and people get death threats as well, even though they're trying their best, and they get out almost nothing. Going into a community like this, you have the chance to get a lot of money and you know, then be still kind and do the right thing is extraordinary. The Hex community is compared to everything else I have seen, very, very unusual, positively.
Respect.
And
100th Monkey.
everyone
Thanks for
who
the
is
comment.
like
Respect.
picking
Not-
on these
I don't
people
think you do.
that are streaming like you are, sometimes I am, and like, but you've started all this stuff more or less from the very beginning. This takes not only some guts, but you really like, you know, you stay with it, and it has proven to be a very, very a successful thing compared to all of the other 500,000 coins out on there on all of the other chains. So finding this needle in the haystack, just kind of like, you know, the people who get it, and then somehow this is not a coincidence. So come on, everyone who's just bashing, go back in time, listen to the stuff that is out there, because it's still out there, because it's on YouTube, it's on whatever words recorded. You can like go back, get all the history, and there's a consistent in it, which is very unusual, and it is headed by a person called Richard Hart, who has over at least 6 years now basically never said anything that he thought was wrong. He was basically always right, and he never pretended to know anything that he didn't know. And if he didn't know, he always said, well, I don't know about this. There are smarter people than me, and I better get them. So he's just like, you cannot get a better mindset to start something. And this is something that I like so much about Richard, and maybe because I'm kind of like the same. So you don't worry if you get death threats, you will not be killed. And the people who are bashing, they just didn't get it yet, or are just bashing on anything that they can find.
You cracked me up, White Goodman. You cracked me up.
No, I think RG3 was on to something there about the fact is like, you got to understand. I mean, most people that I can't talk for everybody, but most people you see live streaming, like, we're not dumping on your heads, or like nobody has. It's fair enough to take profits. We're in it for the long term. We're here streaming, right? Like, this is like a free advocate type thing. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this. Like, I just jump on because, it allows my, excuse my French, stupid ass to be here. But, I'm developing, like concepts, and I do projects. I have a project, and I don't charge, there's no Patreon. There's no like charge for YouTube or join factor. Like, I'm just talking about basic, simple economics of like what basic people. I mean, if you look at RG3 and Kinetics, these guys are like LinkedIn. They have like higher goals, and aspects of understanding than I do. I'm a broke pleb compared to those guys. But I have some basic understandings that. Well, no, I'm being serious. I'm like, I've carried myself to this point where, and the guy talked about the retirement aspect. Like, I literally did retire for 2.5 months. I got so bored. I went back to work. Like, so like, I was bored as, excuse my French, hell. I was bored as hell. And like, I was like, I did not think, I had the financial game all set up, but I did not have the social aspect of like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Yeah. So I went back to work.
I didn't retire. I just blew one end of the candle out because for the last few years, I've been burning, it was one thing to, have a job and then invest in Hex and then maybe start streaming. But me and Kinetics, being the entrepreneurs that we are, we put our heads together, and that's when things got crazy. Well, we want to do this and we want to do that and we want to do this. And before we knew it, we had 3 businesses, a job each, families, it was just, it got
but
crazy.
This is what some people call retiring, just doing what you want and not having a difference between life and work.
And have other income
streams. This is something that I had from my very early days. Like, I started my first business when I was 17 or something. So I went out of from school. I was still in school, had a business, and this was always one. So, and this will go on, I guess. I don't know if you guys watch something like I don't know, Kaminsky method with you if you do what you do, you never retire. And if you do a job for getting some free time to have time for yourself and go on, let's say, a holiday, is this Oasis song, like, and people believe that they're gonna get away for the summer. Like, this is not the real thing. Like, for many people, sadly, it is, but most people that I know have had the opportunity to just do and combine all of their life, family, and let's say what people call it working part or earning for living part. Like, this is all one, and I think this is a healthy thing, because this is like something that refers back to like 12,000-15,000 years ago, where you just live and not have a difference between that 9 to 5 and
UFO. I love you to death, brother, but like try to make your points concise to 1 minute or less, because man, we're droning on here. You're losing me, and so the chat's even saying the same thing. So I love you to death, brother, and you make great points, but we just need to kind of condense that, or not add to the point as we go on. It's okay. You're doing good, brother. We love you, man. That's why we invite you on all the time, because we love what you have to say, because you're a smart dude.
Yep. You got lots of good points. 100th Monkey, thanks. And no, that my frustration wasn't directed at you personally. It was, it's not the first time I've heard this narrative, or I've heard people saying it. It's just, I want everybody to understand the other side of the coin. I totally understand your side of the coin. That's why I tell everybody, hey, we got to be mindful of how we speak to people right now, especially with what's going on, the macroeconomics. Everybody's hurting. Things are not looking good. And if you're in crypto, if you're over leveraged, we know it hurts. And I don't want to put that kind of stuff in people's face. But let me just answer Dorzy's question right here. Dorsey, here it is. This is my Lambo. This is what RG3 dumped on your heads to pick up. And
bro, I'm so jealous.
That's my Lambo, and
I love that sweet ride, bro.
That's my everyday driver. I drive it every day. I went to the gun range with it today. I went to the gym. And,
I told you about that. I was like, how did you get that car with that sweet patina? Like,
dude, it was.
I know it's mechanically sound. I mean, you're like,
I know it runs like a dream.
You told me.
Oh, his bus is going to be stellar. I got a privilege to ride up with him with that bus. When he gets that thing done, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, I got a VW bus that I've had before Hex. I had my VW bus before Hex. I've been working on it for, almost 8 years. It's been in my garage. So I cut all the bottom of it out and all the rust and all the new metal and everything. And now it's at the suspension shop getting the airbags and everything put in it. And me and Kool-Aid drove it up there and up to Utah. And 12 hours in the car with that guy. Could you imagine what that was like? Could you guys
imagine the tripod that I had to hold the entire time? And
down a box of wine, like a heartbeat,
Oh no, we had to stop a couple of times to get him get some dinner and some wine. That's for sure.
I mean, I grease the gears, man. I grease the gears.
People don't understand this. Like, that's a freaking sweet ride. Like, I mean, like, these are the two cars. I sold the Mercedes back in April. I bought a Mini Cooper, blacked out tint windows, limousine tint, and like blacked out, like 100% black. Now I have the property car. I call it the property car. 2004 Subaru Impreza, 2.8, naturally aspirated WRX engine. It's got a 3-inch lift, oversized tires. Thing just rips up like nobody's business. And one's paid for, the other one's paid for, but the money's in the account and so it just lets it pay off. So I can improve my credit score to get it up to 800, and then I can go build on my property. Just like I'm staging things like 100%, but it's just. Yeah, I saw that sweet Volkswagen. Like, God, I was so jealous. I was like, I was a little jealous. I'm so high. I was like,
I'll tell you something. One of the well, anyway, I won't say it. I don't want to.
no, go ahead.
No.
Yeah,
no.
well, I just jump in between very quickly because there's a lot of German cars involved. My best friend who died 2.5 years ago, he left us like this T3 Volkswagen caravan with the old double boxer Porsche engine. Yeah, and
I got to admit, my bus does have a 2.2 liter Porsche motor in it.
Nice.
Yeah. That's exactly the bus stuff. Like there are differences in all that stuff, and a Mercedes for British car. Okay, that's like depends on the Mercedes. And now we're talking cars, and sometimes I talk too long about explaining complicated things in crypto, even more complicated. But just let's talk cars, and
okay.
Yeah.
Let's cut it off.
I like that as well.
What do you love basically about the bug, bro? Like RG3. What do you love about the bug?
Well, I
It
mean,
raises his estrogen levels. That's what he loves most about it.
When he gets out of the bug, people think
I don't need a car to proof my testosterone or the size of my thingy, but obviously that's obvious. But no, I just I grew up with we were poor when I grew up. We had
Right.
a Volkswagen bus and a bug. That's what my family had. And my dad worked on all of them. So we were in the garage every weekend working on one of the cars, So that was one reason. And then as time went on, my first car was a Carmen Ghia, which I still have my very first car.
Carmen Ghias. Yeah, I love those things.
So I have a Carmen Ghia and I bought a bus later on down the road to restore. And then while I've been restoring that, it was time for me to get a new car. I had to turn in I had a work truck from work that they
take a tax.
I had to give it back. So it was like I wanted to go get one of those new Doorsy. All right, you got one. So
we wait for this every week.
so I needed something to drive, and I was going to get one of those Jeep Gladiators, right? I like that Jeep Gladiator truck.
Oh, you're so funny. No, really. Are you talking about that?
Yeah, I was going to get one. I was seriously going to get one. And they wanted like 80, 90 grand for these things. And I was like,
76.
Man, I was just pissed. I was pissed. And I was at my buddy's shop. We were talking about, my bus and stuff, cause he's doing the engine. And I said, man, I just don't want to spend that kind of money. I was pissed off about it. And he's like, man, just buy Huey's bug over here. And I was like, hey, why not? So I bought the bug right there, and I love this thing. It's just and that's the other thing I like is driving an old stick like that and those bugs, and it's just
it's a stick. It's a stick.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They're only sticks.
They're only stick. Yeah, I was gonna say
they got an auto stick. That's this weird thing. Like when you put your hand on the stick itself, the transfer of the pressure, the heat on your hand engages the clutch.
Yeah.
So it's this weird thing called an auto stick, and they came out in like 71, 72 and on only those, but they're really a pain in the ass if you don't.
No, the only reason I'm designing my Gladiator right now.
So you got one? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Hit me
have
up,
one.
bro. Hit me up on Telegram, bro.
I'm redesigning it, but I may wait a year and a half because they're going to come. They came out with the EG, and then they came out with the E-Cherokee. Okay, so the next step, I talked to one of the managers there. They're going to come out with like the E-Gladiator, and then I was talking with a service writer, and he's like, probably you want to wait a year till after they like work out. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because they're still a little. I just want to get one with a really nice interior package, and then I'll go send it to the shop and get all the lift kit and shit.
yeah, I already did all.
You have to do the lift kit, and you have to put a big beefy tire on it, or they look like little sissy mobiles.
They look horrible with
They
those
look
freaking
so
wheels.
horrible. Those little
Just
stock tires.
Don't
Just
start
like the new
choosing
Jeeps that come
so.
off the lot, it's like, oh, you can't even drive that thing. It just looks ridiculous, you know?
Are you kidding me, Kinex? Did you just rip on the Gladiator?
No, he ripped on
stock.
he ripped on stock.
Oh,
ones.
Stock.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to put a lift kit, and you got to put some real rims and tires on that thing, or
Well,
else it looks
yeah,
like a
give me
little
an
sissy
idea.
mobile.
Okay, I'll give you this straight up because I work for a Jeep dealership. So you can get a 2-inch lift off stock, delivered to the shop. You can order a 4-inch lift, and you can get it OEM, so it's warranted.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
But then you don't get all the cool suspension parts, though, right?
But no, you do. You do.
No, they do.
Yeah, you get the OEM, but it's all warranted through Jeep. So you can get it, 4-inch lift. It's delivered to the shop. It's installed by a Chrysler, dealership, trained technician.
What
So
is it? Their own parts, or are they using a third party vendor?
Yeah, their own parts.
Oh, it's Jeep parts, huh?
Yeah.
Chrysler. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
4-inch.
Well,
That's about...
I looked at this. I've got the skinny on it on the.
Oh, cool. We'll have to chat about it because
all right.
Eventually, I might like to get one. But
let's not drag it out here in chat. I'll talk about it later. I mean, fair enough. But I mean, I'm kind of sweet on those things because I have property that I have to go 6 miles off road, up 2 switchbacks to get to my property. But it's totally accessible, 99.95%. It's like there's maybe 1 or 2 days during the winter time that I really can't really get up to my property. And that's just the way it is right now. I mean, 10 years from now, it'll probably change. People are building out there, but I bought 10 acres. Thank you, crypto, pre Richard Hart. But yeah, and just it's awesome because I had a big jacked up Jeep, red Jeep beforehand, and I used to crawl on that thing and I'd drive anywhere. The thing was so jacked up, but it was an older 98 model, pre-crypto, and every time it broke, it was like $1,800 fix. It's like,
yeah. Well, there's $1,800 cars in Italy called Fiat Panda from the 80s that have 4-wheel drive, and the National Postal Service was using it in the Alps. You always got to know where, what to look for.
Well, I'll tell you this, UFO. If you've been in Montana and you want to see what the weather is like, when you get to negative 38 degrees and 2.5 feet of snow in just like a day, you need something to help move you. And it's not
RG would die just looking at that on his phone that the temperature is negative 38 degrees. Guy can't handle it.
This is basically
that's how you die. You die in negative 38.
No. This is basically the point where Celsius and Fahrenheit kind of meet, right? You're talking Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking Fahrenheit. Yeah. Well, yeah, not Celsius. No, kinetics, Captain. Literally, I worked in that. I had to go outside. Probably spent 6 out of 10 hours outside. Doing moving cars at the dealership. The car.
Where are you at?
I'm in Montana.
Oh yeah. Now when I was trucking through London,
I got to get out there.
Negative 34 plus wind chill. Fuck it.
So you got like hunting land up there?
Oh yeah. Trust me.
Nice.
I have an agreement with a lot of my friends because I don't hunt, but I fish, right? But I have an agreement with my friends. I'm like, you kill it, I'll cook it.
You got fishing on your property?
What's that?
You got fishing on your property?
No, fishing down below my property on the Gallatin River. Yeah, I just go pull fish out. We go pull fresh asparagus, springtime. We got muleys and elk, and you can shoot the elk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is once again we're going to be graced by the presence of the one, the only, the late but great Dr. Dhiraj Moore.
Dhiraj.
And it looks like he's sitting at the foot of the throne.
Dhiraj,
What do you got something special for us tonight, Dhiraj? Or are you just coming to say hello to us?
I am sitting on the throne.
Yes, you are.
Dhiraj,
you look like you're sitting on the
Depends
foot
on
of
how
the
many
throne.
likes we get on the video.
It depends on how many likes you get.
Man,
You got
it's
something.
here.
Oh, everybody,
Yeah.
Dhiraj has
69
something
likes
special.
right now. Currently at 69 likes.
What do you need? You need 100 likes? Well, guys, let's get us 100 likes so that we can get Dhiraj's golden mic. Do you have the golden mic between your legs right now?
Well, actually, Dhiraj and me were on the same show on the first day of the conference, and until now we have 17,000 views. So I think Dhiraj does a good thing for the community.
Yeah, we have I think the day 2 and day 3 have more views, but day 1 has more likes, thanks to me. So yeah,
well, watch what happens if we do this.
What? And the tempo of the stream will go down by 4x, but I can keep it up. I would like to say thank you to MT Coiner. Yeah.
You see, we are one-on-one now, right? So they made fun of us, and I was just gonna go take 3 minutes off, but so maybe you'll sing and let's come up and join us again, because that will not leave us alone today. I'm pretty sure.
Don't worry, I know what to say. Immediately these guys will come up, or either they will take me out of the stream, but that's not what I'm going to do right now. I'm just scrolling through chat, and the reason I asked people to like, so that I know that people actually want to hear me sing. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. I wanted to give what you call pseudoscientific reason. Like, when I sing, I send out positive vibrations which only the angelic humans like and the fallen angelic dislike. That's why we see people who have the devil inside them get irritated by the sound of my voice.
Some
That's
people
a
just
very
don't
good
understand the difference between the differences.
So if
okay, I can't do it.
The awkward silence was too much.
Okay, I nailed it. I'm going to be back at 3.
Hey,
Dhiraj, what's up, buddy? Long time no see.
All right, what do you got for us, Dhiraj?
was I on mute the whole time?
No.
Did you guys? I made sense, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, you made it complete sense.
You're amazing, Dhiraj. It's so good to see you, buddy. You're amazing.
The beautiful humans are waiting to hear your angelic voice.
Look, see, but the thing is, It's true. I remember one
He's
guy
Candles though.
specifically paid money to stop me singing,
Yeah, he paid
and
me $500 to turn you off.
disappeared from the community.
Hey, I'm not going to turn down a $500 request, bro. I love you, but hey, $500
Hey,
is $500.
I said, well, money is money.
D-Raj.
That was a serious security we sold there, man. It was,
Yeah.
they
Golden
paid
D-Raj.
and they expected work from others, and I gave it to them.
D-Raj, can I ask you a serious question? D-Raj, can I ask you a serious question?
Just ask it, yeah.
Okay.
But don't expect a
part-
serious answer. Don't expect a
Part of
serious answer.
where you're from, and give me send me a DM part of India where you're from. But I have a project that I'm working with a gentleman in India, and I'm serious about this. It's like I want to fly out there, but I want to understand the aspect of the area beforehand. I've known this guy for
Needs a local guy to keep him out of the bad parts of town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
That's
mean,
right.
no, I'm serious. It's just private DM, but can you tell me
You
here
think
on
I'm not
screen,
serious?
what part of India you're from so I can punch it up?
There you go. Guys can take that in the DMs.
No,
See,
yeah.
Hey Corey, what's happening,
am-
my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, what? Corey Meatballs?
Corey,
Corey.
No, investor, not Meatball Roby.
no,
But-
Corey, the real
but,
Corey.
if you
The
need any
real
help with any
Here, I
mechanics of whatever you're doing in another country, let me know. I can always peep at it for you.
Stop camera for a second.
So what I was saying was, I am from Mumbai, and central part of Mumbai, so it's kind of uptown. So if you want to
funk
travel,
you up.
yeah, I can do the travel guide thing one-on-one, but really, I don't I myself am in Manila right now. I don't like traveling to India. There are so many better places to visit, especially right now. But
That's kind of
if
how
you
I
are
feel about the
adamant-
snow, Diraj.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are you going to sing for us, Diraj?
Oh, I want it. I second.
Like I said, did we get 100 likes? I didn't
Let's
see
see.
them.
Where are we at?
We get 100 likes.
We're at 80.
All right.
We're at
hold
80.
on.
Come on, guys.
I've got accounts to move. I can do this. Hold on.
I can pump up the way I want to.
Look,
The hot tub guy he just pumps up the likes.
Stereo.
All right.
No.
All right. Here we're starting to go. Shit, I got to add these accounts now. Damn it.
No, I appreciate it.
anyways, but so Hexdex, you
88.
can. Sorry,
There's only
uh,
73
Hexdex,
watching, but we're going to get to 100. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll give 10% discount. People will be joining and dropping off.
10% discount.
So 90 maybe.
Oh my God, you're so
90.
funny.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
Two
Pump it
more.
up.
Two more.
I've got to figure out where the
87, it went down.
Okay,
Dorsey, what are you doing, Dorsey?
If I had a meeting, I could throw up a game.
You know what's sad? I'm looking at the chat. Everybody's got a wrench.
But yes.
Because he gave them up.
Sandip doesn't have one. Sandip needs one.
You
Oh,
made
I
a
can't.
mistake. Just let me
I'm
know.
on the wrong.
Okay, we're back up to 88. Tin Top
Tin
realized
Top.
he had hit it 3
Tin Top.
times. Yeah.
Tin Top.
Oh, stop camera for a second.
uh,
Oh my goodness.
so there are a couple of other things I would just wanted to address. Bristology was asking to discuss about a guy like Richard already went out and wrote a tweet that please trolls. So we continue to ghost trolls. But one thing I can is he lied of that regarding his employee number itself, and which was his shot to fame. So what's that dictum like? False in there is a dictum like false in one, false in all. So yeah, and when someone says like, if I was Richard Hart, I would do so and so. You're clearly projecting. So please, that is the reason
got-
why you aren't Richard Hart. That's why we love Richard Hart so much.
There's
Like,
a
every
dislike
resistance.
wall. There's a sell wall there.
Yeah, there's a cell wall, and 88 resistance is hard, bro.
No, we just hit 89. Don't worry.
90.
Oh, we may
We're
be
there.
breaking through. We
So
may
no,
be
no,
breaking
no,
through.
90.
Sorry, I've got a lot of accounts. I got to go through them.
We got 90. We got 90.
We can get 100.
yeah.
I'll get 100 one second.
So
I mean, everyone should at least
One
have
last
three
thing.
Gmails. Come on, people.
Let me just do this.
So
It is.
one more thing I wanted to talk about is I see people talking about pulse chain development a lot where they haven't even read the code or noding. Please don't do it. It's highly irresponsible if you don't know what you're doing. Like, okay, I get it. It pumps the hex price a little. I like
That's
it,
racist.
that part, but it's okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm used to those kind of jokes. Like, so what I was saying was, be better, guys. Don't use this. Like, if we accuse other influencers in other communities to that they are lying about their development, we have to be better and not to spread false information. Now, I may do kind of a code review about Pulse Chain myself on the Hexation channel. Shout out. We need more subscribers there, but that's
95.
another thing. So be better. Don't do the same things which we accuse others of. And yeah, one last thing.
Look at
like,
Mr.
yeah,
Integrity.
there is Bro Trader from Manila. We met during a meetup in Manila. So shout out to him.
Manila
So
and Philippines?
I had actually, yep, I am currently here in the Philippines, no longer in India. That's what I said.
I know.
Even
I
I don't
Manila
like.
very well.
Very good. If you want to visit, I'm here. I will show you around.
Well, I
I'm
have
not allowed.
actually.
I'm not allowed in Manila.
Friends with
So-
the Filipino
That goes back to your Marine days, Cat. That's why.
Yeah,
No.
you still have face recognition now. I don't think I can get in the country.
I wonder how
Yeah.
many little RGs are running around Manila.
Hey, there might
He's
be
got his
a
own
few
clan.
Hexicans.
uh,
Might
His
be a
own
few
tribe.
Hexicans there.
They're the tall ones out there.
I've got 3 very good friends in the Filipino community here in Montana, and we're very strong with the Filipino community. So, and we've talked about going back. So that if I know now you're in the Philippines, maybe we'll come out there. What's springtime like? Springtime USA compared to the Philippines. What's the weather like?
It's great.
it's always raining and it's always hot and
Yeah.
humid here. This is supposed to be winter right now, but it's kind of nice weather. We get showers in between, so it's not that hot. But if you aren't used to this kind of weather,
I love this from
Free
Bro Trader.
showers.
There are two
So hot.
seasons in the Philippines: hot
90 days
and
Hot
wet.
and wet. Yep.
Hot and wet, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like everything in the Philippines.
I actually enjoyed my time in the Philippines. I loved it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
1992, but I mean, you know,
Subic.
91.
Oh, look at now you're speaking. Oh man, the
Subic
LBFF.
Bay, yeah, many memories. Like Southside
I won't tell
Boulevard.
anybody what that acronym stands for, but yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows exactly. When we had the military base there, I don't think it's there anymore. No. That's what she said. Yeah.
So
Nope.
Yeah, but
Fix
the
it.
we
we got
Check this
we
out.
got a song. We got a song.
Are we at
Yeah,
100
I
yet? or
hope
do
we
I
get
have
a
to
song
go for
because
counts?
We're at
Why do we have to
we have
go?
a
No.
request.
See,
He sings, I dance.
Yes, I like it. All right,
so
pull everyone down,
actually,
Captain.
Okay, here we go, everybody.
no, don't do that. I like to see the
No, you got to leave UFO up
reactions
because
while
he's gonna dance.
I am singing. At least I know. Uh, wait, Captain, don't do this. Like, I don't know whether the
Are you getting cold feet on
sit
us?
out first.
Are you telling me you're getting you're having the heebie-jeebies?
Yes, the mic turning on. I know that sound anywhere. That's the golden mic turning on.
Getting to pair.
Dude, can we do it like this? Let's see.
Oh, there's the echo. 100%.
Are you telling me that he's lagged out right now?
The mic has too much power. It drained all of his bandwidth.
There we go.
Nope, it's not there, bro.
Damn it.
It's sucking the power from his router.
He's overdoing
Oh, that's anticlimactic. You just brought the show to a screeching halt there, Diraj. Plug it into a different outlet.
That's what she said.
Come back in. Yeah. And Hexy, when I cannot dance without him singing.
Corey.
Korean investor. I always get that guy confused with meatballs.
What?
Yeah, that's
I don't
Meatball
even know
Robbie.
who the hell Meatballs
It's
is.
Corey Costa. Corey Costa is Meatballs with the rope.
Yeah.
It's been a running gag now for about 8 months or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're 100% right.
JFK. The demonic forces have rug pulled the angelic positive vibes of Diraj's singing.
Okay, he's back. He's
That's why you
back.
start
Let's
with the
see.
silver mic and not the gold
Oh,
mic.
he's back? He's back?
So
There we go. Okay, we're all gonna mute.
All right, mute me.
am I audible? Show me yeah. So this is a Brazilian Portuguese song. It's a dance song for a dance called forró, and basically it means like the first words mean, why are you afraid of the rain? Are you made of paper or sugar or honey? It's kind of a romantic song. Out to all the ex ladies.
You're shitting me, right?
Mabaya de chuva, energia do céu, água sagrada, abençoa. O chuva, isso que caia devagar, o molho esse puxa alegria, alegria, para nunca mais. Karan, come on.
Was that it?
Beautiful, D-Raj.
This may be the only stream that we pull down.
we may have to remove this
Yes.
one from the playlist.
When I was hiding my eyes and just trying to listen, and then I looked up and I saw UFO dancing. I was like, "Oh boy!"
No, I mean,
I mean,
leave it where it is. You know, it's like it is what it is. Like,
that's what I said.
You want to know what's really funny, guys? You want to know what's really funny?
Sorry, but there's a full refund at the door when you leave on the
Yes,
way out.
there sure is.
Sorry.
But you guys don't need a refund for this.